Alright, now that we're back, let's see what Yuki has to say. Even more so.
Yeah, Kirito! Why? ちょっといいかな?
Now, it just seemed like they were just replaying the cutscene, but they're actually having slightly different dialogue, so alright. Of course, I trust you completely. I mean, Yuki is actually one of my favorite characters throughout more so in the video game series rather than the anime, because I kind of feel like they didn't really give Yuki enough screen time in Sword Art Online 2, so more so in the game than the anime, but she is one of my favorites. A few hours later.
はあ、ねえ、今日もキリトと一緒に寝てもいいかな？
いいけど、どうしたんだ急に。
ごめんね、実はさ、最近ちょっと寝つきが悪いんだ。どうしてだろう。横になるとなんかいろいろと考え込んじゃって、考えてるうちに頭がぐるぐるってなって時間がどんどん過ぎていっちゃう。
どんなことで悩んでるんだ？
それは現実のこともあるし、この世界のこともあるかな。
それって。
ほら、この前も言ってたでしょ。僕って割とその場の判断で戦うからさ。GGO だともっと事前に考えた方がいいのかなって思って、バトルのシミュレーションとか頭の中でしたりしてたんだ。効率的な戦法や FPS の遠距離攻撃のコツとかね。でもなんか考えれば考えるほど正解がわからなくなるというか。
なるほど、そういうことか。でもそれなら答えは簡単さ。考えるよりも実践あるのみ。明日練習に付き合ってやるよ。
ありがとう。そうだね、確かに実践で再現してみないとわからないことも多いだろうし、今はあんまり考えすぎないでゆっくり休むことにするよ。
あ、それがいいと思う。
ありがとう。不思議だな。キリトに話を聞いてもらえただけでなんか安心しちゃった。安心したら急に眠気が。じゃあそろそろ寝させてもらおうかな。おやすみ。
おやすみ、ゆうき。
So, it almost looks like there's sort of like part 1 and part 2 of each sleepover with every character. That kind of seems pretty interesting, but it looks like that is the rest of the scenes that we can see with Yuki, unless there's another one after I raise my affinity with her even more. If I could find her in the list, there we go. Like, there might be another scene, like, when I get to 75% or even 100%, possibly. So before I view Premiere's one, I'm actually going to read this mail, so... Well, first of all, let's, go to Kirito's room to save quick. So then we can log out in order to go back to our main character to view what the mail is. And it oftentimes does take quite a long time to load when you switch modes, so... So let's view that mail, and... For some reason, we still can't have any of these characters in our party. Which I'm sure after we do the next thing in the story, they'll probably unlock that, but it's just kind of strange. Aw, Premiere, you're very precious to me. I wish to thank you for always caring for me so much. My heart, quote-unquote, skips a beat whenever I see you look at me now. After much consideration, I believe I want to keep you all to myself. Is that selfish of me to say? I want to see you again, just the two of us. There's always much to discuss. I hope we always remain close for a long time. Aw, Premiere. That message was... That was great. I actually really do mean that. That was a wonderful message. Now, let's go back to town. Well, the main part of town, to see if we can actually view a cutscene with her at all. With our avatar character, not Kirito. And this text box still is here, and still have no idea how to activate it, so let's go to the lobby. Yes, I would love to speak with you, Premiere. Let's talk. And she pretty much just says the same thing, so... Aviator suit F. Well, we can view Premiere in aviator outfit. Honestly, surprisingly enough, it does actually suit her decently well, I have to say. But since Argo already has one, it just kind of feels out of place after seeing Argo wear it. So could you wear your old clothes? So honestly, that message kind of makes me sad in a way, because it sounds like she's either at least caring for us as much as she cares for Kirito, but at the same time, like, there's no new cutscenes with her unless you're in Kirito mode, so it just doesn't feel right. Well, time to go back to Kirito mode, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of the thing. And then Tia's still level 1. I still haven't decided what I'm gonna make her Arphasis look like, so yeah. Let's go back to Kirito mode. So yeah, that's kind of the thing about this game, is that they made it so that you can gain affinity with characters, but then you can't go on dates with them unless you're with unless you're as Kirito. So it just feels like the whole thing about creating your own character, it kind of feels like it defeats part of the purpose. I wouldn't say it's all bad. I mean, creating your own character is interesting, and it was definitely a really good choice for them to do that, but it just feels like for an example with Yuki, like you have her in your party for so long to get her to affinity rank 4 with your main character, and then the pillow talk scenes kind of in my mind is kind of it's the thing to show that, you know, you've truly gained that they're affectionate about you in a way, or at least to that degree, and now it's like, oh well, you're just gaining affinity to just view them as Kirito. It really disappoints me. With Asuna it makes sense, but I mean all the other characters. So let's see what Premiere has to say now that I read her message.
プレミアどうしたんだ元気がないみたいだけど。
We can't have Premiere be sad. She needs to be happy. Come on, Kirito.
いえ、何でもありません。
そんなことないだろ。何か悩みでもあるなら何でも言ってみろよ。
実はこの世界の味が今一つなんです。
え？
私はアイングラウンドでキリトたちと一緒にたくさん美味しいものを食べました。
Oh, this is great. I can definitely see where this is going. She eats plenty of food, so of course they're gonna have a scene about food. That's awesome.
新しい料理や食材を覚えていくことは私にとって大きな喜びの一つでした。
She needs to increase her cooking skill.
でも GGO で
あ、
は
そういうことか。なるほど。GGO は ALO やオリジンみたいな明るい世界観とは違うもんな。荒廃した未来世界って設定だから。
Wait a minute. When he speaks of ALO like that, it makes it sound like Premiere has been to ALO, except she hasn't. I mean, maybe she has seen it. I don't know, but just him mentioning that makes me sad that Premiere is not in Excel World vs. Sword Online. Yeah, that game.
ゆっくり料理を楽しむみたいなコンテンツはあえて目立たせてないのかも。
それはおかしいです。どんな世界であろうと食事は生きるために必ず必要なことです。それに人が舌包みを打つことを忘れてしまったら何のために生きているのかすらわからなくなります。
ブレミア、いつの間にそんな難しい言葉を。じゃなくて、いつの間にそんな食いしん坊キャラになったんだ。
Nice save there, Kirito.
それはキリトたちのせいです。
Oh. Kirito, you've just gotten blamed.
アイングラウンドでキリトたちとたくさん食べ歩きをしました。私は美味しいものを食べないと満足できなくなってしまいました。
Okay, now this, I can definitely see why they put Kirito, like you have to play as Kirito in order to see this scene, because honestly, this is great.
それは確かに俺たちの責任だな。でも困ったな。今日はアスナもみんなももうログアウトしちゃってるんだよな。俺じゃあんまり頼りにはならないかもしれないけど、GGO で美味しいものが食べられるかどうかちょっと試してみようか。
お願いします。
確かこの辺にこの間アスナがあった。じゃあとりあえず食材探しに行こ
う。牛タイプのエネミー倒れました。
よし、食材っぽいアイテムも手に入れたぞ。どれどれ。バッファローの骨付き肉。これは食べられそうだな。
説明文はどうですか？調理法の情報はあるでしょうか？
肉部分は新鮮な間に食べないと すぐに腐敗してしまう。骨部分は一部アイテムの素材として使用できるんだって。
新鮮な間とはどれくらいなのでしょうか。
それはタイマーがこんな制限時間じゃ街に戻ってる時間もないぞ。
本当にすぐに傷んでしまうのですね。せっかく取れたアイテムだったのですが。
一般的な食材すらこんな調子か。さすがは GGO だな。
お腹が空きました。
あ、そうだ。
火の上で串に刺した肉を。キリト、これは何という料理ですか？
これはバーベキューだよ。
バーベキュー。
料理っていうかイベントに近いかな。みんなで肉や魚、野菜といった食材を持ち寄って、こうして屋外で焼いて食べるんだ。凝ったことは何もしないけど、いつもと違うところで大勢でワイワイやりながら食べるのが楽しいって感じかな。
外でピクニックのようなものでしょうか？
ああ、そうだな。ちょっと似てる。あ、そろそろ焼けたみたいだ。プレミア、これをどうぞ。
はあ、おいしいです。腐る直前の生肉を焼いたとは思えません。
そう聞くとなんかすごいな。ああ、味も大丈夫みたいだな。念のためにアスナの塩コショウを持ってきててよかったよ。
確かに調味料は塩コショウしか感じません。それなのにこんなに美味しいなんて。
言っただろ、バーベキューは料理っていうよりイベントなんだ。楽しい気分で食べると美味しくなるんだよ。
キリトと一緒にエネミーを倒して、キリトと一緒に料理をして、そういうこと全部がこの味になっているのですね。
まあそこまで大げさなことでもないけど。
ありがとうございます、キリト。とても美味しいです。
はあ、食べた。
キリト、私が気づいていなかっただけで、この世界にもいろいろな味があるんですね。私、この世界の味をもっと知りたいです。
いっぱい知っていこう、一緒に。さて、あとは火を消して後始末だな。手伝ってくれるか？
はい。
So it looks like that is the only cutscene that we had with Premiere. So, and I have to say that picture of Premiere eating the barbecue, it looked great. That was fantastic. I mean, it just, yeah, that was amazing. Okay, so it doesn't even look like we can it doesn't look like we can explore town. You can only explore the room or the government lobby, so that's interesting. Now, I'm actually gonna go out in the field and see if playing with these characters as Kirito raises their affinity or not. I'm actually quite curious about that. So, and honestly, I don't even know where to go, really. I guess I can just go to the Oasis then. Well, like, just briefly go about as Kirito, see what is different besides being forced to use
エネミーを
a
発見
certain
した
set of weapons.
到着するわね。お疲れ様。
Honestly, he looks so much better in this outfit compared to the Kirito, honestly. Okay, so what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, can I look at his skills here? So he has Sword Barrier 2, Dual Orbital 2, Vorpal Strike 2, Tactical Roll 2, Horizontal Squared, blah blah blah. Okay, so I guess the new things that we did unlock, we can only use them with our character. So that's interesting, I guess.
動きが鈍ってる。
突破する。
いい動き。
炎上状態。狙おう。
ステージダウン。
よし。
狙いましょう。
Honestly, his sword's power isn't really that amazing. And I forget what the reload button is with sword and gun, handgun. I forget what the reload button is. I'll have to look at that up later. One thing that I'm doing is kind of raising his proficiencies with stuff.
さすがだね。
Because since I never had Kirito in my party, the proficiencies that I have is really bad. So, I mean, hopefully this allows me to raise his proficiencies with stuff.
私も見習わないと。
遅いな。どうだ。
いい感じだよ。
And I'm doing it on lower level enemies because I am terrible at using swords, so yes. Yeah, I'm not. Well, I mean, I could probably fight a delinquent, but I don't really want to. Since they charge across the map.
何かな。 私も見習わないと。
やったな。
I mean, I would definitely say his sword in particular isn't really that amazing. I mean, these enemies are literally only level 20, and he's definitely not really killing them as easily as he should.
いい動きね。もっとやれるわ。
炎上状態。狙おう。
回復するね。すごいわ。
決まった。
Yeah, so personally, I don't really like his playstyle all that much. Especially with big enemies like this. Oh, you can also use T for the grappling hook. Didn't know about that. I don't really like the sword with only having a sword and gun as being your only two options. I mean, if I was going to use a sword, I would probably use a sword and then dual SMGs or something. That's probably what I'm going to end up using for Tia when I actually decide what her Arphasis is going to look like. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop it there because honestly it doesn't... His playstyle really isn't... It really isn't for me. Let's just say that. Okay, so the real question is, did he actually raise affinity with people? And yes, in fact. If you play as Kirito, you can raise the affinity of anyone, so you don't have to play as your avatar to raise affinity if you don't want to. I guess that sort of makes me feel a little bit better about how they did the cutscenes, but at the same time, and it doesn't look like his proficiency's increased whatsoever. His sword is still 0, and his gun and sword is still 2, so it looks like I can only increase that if he's a party member and not being in Kirito mode. That doesn't make any sense. He should be able to raise his proficiencies on his own, shouldn't he? I mean, in my mind, I think he should, but I guess not. Poison damage. Wow, I got a lot of stuff. Okay. And every time that you get anything with Kirito, it is essentially put in your inventory, so you don't have to worry about getting good stuff with Kirito and not being able to use it, because it is your inventory and you can't even change what Kirito uses anyway. He's quite strictly a sword user. Kind of unfortunately. I mean, it makes sense, but so yeah, that looks like about it that we're going to explore for now anyway. So I mean, let me see here. Yeah, next time we will look at what we can do as our character rather than being in Kirito mode. And I will admit, at least the Premiere cutscene, well, and Yuki's cutscene was good too. I kind of wish it was with your avatar rather than Kirito, honestly, but the Premiere one was definitely really well done, I thought. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.